hurts me sometimes when we have to sit up here to talk about stuff that divides the game. Now we got to answer for what this idiot has done.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Anthony Simmons here with Higher Heights. You already know what I stand for here. You know the vibe, the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I'm here to give y'all some news today on Shaquille O'Neal's stance on Kyrie Irving. We already know what's going on with Kyrie Irving, where he posted a promotion of a movie that supposedly promoted anti-Semitic views and values. And we know what the brother Kyrie is going through right now. We know what the media and the world is trying to subject him to right now. But today I want to dig into Shaquille O'Neal's stance that he took on Inside the NBA on national TV on TNT. Now, I want y'all to know, let me preface my comments by saying this. I am a big supporter of Shaq. I love this brother. He gave my Lakers 3 wonderful championships in the early 2000s that I appreciate this guy for. Shaq does a lot of things in the community. He is a guy, a big guy with a big heart, and I can appreciate that. But today, what I got to stand for is the truth. And I'm going to tell y'all in the word what Shaq did wrong. The Bible says, judge not lest ye be judged. And today, Shaq is being held in the court of the internet on charges of doing this exact thing. But before we get into this video that I'm about to show y'all, I need to do this the right way and the polite way. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. Then hit the subscribe button and don't stop there. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss when I drop content like this. If you got a comment, hashtag Higher Heights, it will truly and greatly be appreciated. I got a goal I'm trying to reach here, and you guys are a part of that. So with no further ado, watch this video.
After the game, and look, if he keeps making a big thing out of the word promotion, that is promotion. If on your social media you say, boom, here's a link to this, that tells me, hey, you should watch this. Correct? He's got 17 million Instagram followers, another 5 million or so on Twitter. You're all over social media. Do you ever put something out there, Shaq, that does not represent something that you feel?
I was probably one of the first guys on Twitter. And when I realized the power it had, I knew I had to be very responsible. Followers, platform, whatever you call it, I knew I had to be responsible. I try to make people happy. I try to make people smile. My formula has always been the same. 60% to make you laugh, 30% to inspire you, and 10% whatever I'm selling. You have to be aware of what you're doing. And you have to be aware that sometimes when you put stuff out, not everybody's gonna like it. Some people are conscious, some people are not. I could tell he's not conscious. He doesn't really care what's going on. But us, I know that the game that we used to love and we promote, it brings people together. And it hurts me sometimes when we have to sit up here to talk about stuff that divides the game. Now we got to answer for what this idiot has done. I stand for equality of all people. I've always been like that. Don't matter what religion, no matter where you're from. I could say shalom, salam alaikum, ni hao, say bon, because that's how I was raised. So I don't really want to sit up here and answer questions for what he's done. If you're looking at me, it's my job to make people happy. I can't speak for him and, answer for what he's doing. It's obviously by his answers and the way he answers, he doesn't really care.
Now, there's a lot to unpack in this video, and trust me, we're going to do it in a short amount of time because I want you to enjoy and keep coming back for more. Now, this is why we got to be careful what we say, especially today, because the court on the internet is not playing with you. After Shaq made these comments, somebody did their due diligence and careful research and found out that in 2018, Shaquille O'Neal's movie theater in Newark, New Jersey actually had already screened this same movie that is deemed to be anti-Semitic. Now, let's look at the terminology Shaq is using. Shaq says, I knew after being one of the first people that had a Twitter account that I had to think and be cognitive and be responsible. Responsible is the word he used.
And when I realized the power it had, I knew I had to be very responsible.
for the actions I took and the things that I said. So we got to hold Shaq accountable here because he is saying of a sound mind that he knew since he got a Twitter account that he had to be responsible for his actions. And I'm going to tell y'all why it's important that you unpack that statement that he said there in a minute. But hold on.
Have to be aware of what you're doing. And you have to be aware that sometimes when you put stuff out, not everybody's gonna like it. It's my job to make people happy.
Another statement that Shaq made during this video was he tries to make people happy. We all know how that works out when you try to make people happy. First of all, everybody's not going to be happy with everything you do. Every piece of content that I put out here on the internet, everybody's not going to be happy with. I'm trying to please God, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing what God leads me to do. I already tried that in the church, making people happy, but that's a story for another segment. I'm telling you, when Shaq says the comment that I'm trying to make people happy, that's part of your problem. You can even hear on here where he's trying to make people happy. He works for the media. He's on Inside the NBA on TNT, a national platform. So even these statements that he's making here are trying to make people happy because you don't want to fall short just like Kyrie. You don't want to be ridiculed like Kyrie. So what do? You get on national TV and call this brother a name, an idiot. It's okay for you to call him an idiot, which we all know Kyrie Irving is far from an idiot. Even if, let's just say, what he did was wrong. Let's just say he did promote anti-Semitism or however you say that word. Let's say for the sake of argument that this is all true. Does that warrant you calling him an idiot, name calling? Does that warrant you getting on TV, ridiculing this brother? Did he kill? Did he steal? Did he hurt anybody physically? No. Is he out here being malicious with the malicious intent to do this? Yes, we all have growing to do, is what I'm saying. Yes, you've been young before Shaq. You've done some things in the media, if I can recall and remember, and when in your younger days. The same way with Charles Barkley. I'm going to show y'all the rest of this clip before the video ends, where Charles Barkley goes in on Kyrie Irving as well. And I can dang sure remember Charles Barkley past and the way he used to say he's not a role model. Y'all remember I'm Not Your Kid's Role Model campaign? If you're old enough to remember that, I need you to smash a like right now. I need you to smash subscribe, and then I need you to hit that notification bell if you can take a walk down memory lane and remember some of the things Shaq and Charles Barkley got into in their younger days. You see, this is what is important for us to remember when God says, judge not lest ye be judged, huh? This is what we got to remember, because he's not talking about, a lot of people like to go to that scripture and say, well, God's telling us not to judge. No, he's not telling us not to judge. He's saying the same accordance and the same degree in which you judge someone else, you're going to be held to that same exact standard. So if you're going to be held to that standard, then you need to be ready to be accountable when the boomerang comes back. We all know when you toss a boomerang, it's coming back with that same force and energy. So here, Shaq, you're in the court of the internet, and they've dug up this dirt on you to where you actually did this before Kyrie did it. And there's not only Shaq doing this. There's countless people on the internet who are doing the same thing. Charlemagne the God, who is a syndicate host on one of these channels now, I believe it's MTV or whatever. He has a nationally syndicated show, and he also has a Breakfast Club radio show that's fairly popular. He had some statements about the Jews that everybody's bringing up. I wish I had that clip right now. I might do it in a later video. But he's doing the same thing that he's ridiculing Kanye for. Ice Cube had some comments about Jews when he was dealing with Heller, the Jewish manager that they had in NWA back in the day, Jerry Heller. So when you sit up here and you say all these statements, you're not remembering the days of your youth. You're not taking into account that you could fall under the victim to this same thing, and you're going to want mercy when you fall victim to these same things. And I'm just saying, I'm not even mad at you, Shaq, for showing it in 2018. I am trying to get you to see what you're doing to another brother. I can understand calling out his actions if he offended people. I truly understand that. But I don't understand the name calling. I don't understand the pylon. I don't understand the lack of mercy and compassion for somebody, a young brother who's trying to find his way. Just because he's a millionaire, just because he lives a lifestyle that most people can't afford, does not mean that he deserves to be done like this and not deserve to be shown compassion. And the same people who are saying that they were offended by them are actually piling on right now. So let me break this down in this synopsis real quick, because I also want to post all the punishment they're trying to levy down on Kyrie Irving for one Twitter post. He has 17 million followers is what they're trying to say. Well, he's got 17 million followers, so he has this big platform. It's like you're trying to make him pay for his popularity and his fame and his platform when we've had plenty people say bad things or say stupid things that have been president of this country. We've had people that say stupid things that are behind the pulpit in these churches and these institutions around the world. We've had people that say stupid things in the justice system, and we still let them continue doing their job, and we forget about it and sweep it under the rug. Y'all, Kanye and Kyrie Irving have been drugged through the mud, and I'm not talking about financial or none of that stuff. I'm talking about what these people have done to these two brothers' spirit. To these two brothers' spirit. They are trying to drag them down in the spirit, and that's the most important thing, and that's the thing that's unforgivable here in the court of higher heights. And I find these people guilty. I find you guilty, Shaq. I find you guilty, Charles. I find you guilty, Stephen A. Smith. We need to get these things right and clean them up and quit trying to, quote, using Shaq's quote, make everyone happy. Yes, make everyone happy. Because you're going to want the same grace and mercy when the levy comes down on you. Y'all be blessed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content, hashtag higher heights, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. I dig what y'all are doing to support me, and we got greater coming later. Be blessed.